ToniosTrust would like for Kimberley Milne's death, and Lee Milne's subsequent conviction for culpable homicide and domestic abuse in Scotland, to be seen for what it is, a legal milestone, a small battle within the war raged upon our societies. Prosecutors, in a precedent-setting case, have proved that prolonged abuse can be fatal even when the abuser did not physically deliver the final act. That matters as it reflects a more modern approach of domestic abuse. It matters that public pressure have won a fragment of many victories to come. Legislation already embedded in the Domestic Abuse, Scotland, Act 2018, which recognises a course of abusive behaviour against a partner or ex-partner, and in England and Wales through Section 76 of the Serious Crime Act 2015, which criminalised controlling or coercive behaviour. The Domestic Abuse Act 2021 went further, putting a cross-system definition of abuse into law, including psychological, emotional and economic abuse. They are taking proactive measure with such laws being strengthened as recently as February 2026. But landmark cases and tightening of laws are not the same as effective prevention. England and Wales still recorded 1.35 million domestic abuse-related incidents and crimes in the year ending March 2025, while the Crime Survey estimated that around 12.5 million people aged 16 and over have experienced domestic abuse since age 16. If the law is only beginning to catch up with what survivors have long known, then we should stop congratulating ourselves for reacting late. The question is not whether coercive control is now better recognized in court. The question is why so much of our system still waits for devastation before it acts. That is why the next revolution in domestic abuse policy should not begin in the courtroom, but in the classroom and the community. Relationships and sex education is already statutory guidance in England. Yet if we are serious, resilience, boundaries, emotional regulation, self-worth and the early signs of coercive control should be treated as core protective knowledge, not soft extras delivered unevenly from school to school. Children become adults shaped by what we model, excuse, teach and ignore. If we know abuse thrives in confusion, dependency, entitlement and poor emotional regulation, then prevention must start long before police statements and posthumous prosecutions. And yes, real prevention would cost money. Early intervention, therapeutic support, perpetrator programs, trauma-informed education and rapid practical help for victims all require investment. But so does failure, in policing, health, housing, social care, family breakdown and criminal justice. The uncomfortable truth is this: prevention threatens the business model of the systems built to manage harm after the fact. If Britain is serious about domestic abuse, it must stop mistaking legal milestones for victory and start building a culture that prevents the next Kimberley, rather than merely prosecuting the man after she is gone. We analyze after the death. We prosecute after the harm. All while prevention takes a backseat, underfunded until services are overstretched and fail. I wouldn't call it a justice system, it's a collateral damage factory with good PR.